want some khaki.
Hello, my name is Leah with it from the National Museum of African American History and Culture. I'll be your docent today as we travel back in time and learn about the Underground Railroad. Let's go inside and begin first with some background information. The Quakers are considered the first organized group to actively help escaped slaves. George Washington complained in 1786 that the Quakers had attempted to liberate one of his slaves. In the early 1800s, Quaker abolitionist Isaac T. Hopper set up a network in Philadelphia that helped slaves on the run. At the same time, Quakers in North Carolina established abolitionist groups that laid the groundwork for routes and shelters for escapees. The African Methodist Episcopal Church, established in 1816, was another proactive religious group helping fugitive slaves. In the Deep South, the Fugitive Slave Act of 1793 made capturing escaped slaves a business. There are fewer hiding places for them. The act allowed local governments to apprehend escaped slaves from within the borders of free states back to their point of origin, and to punish anyone helping the fugitives. For an escaped slave, the northern states were still considered a risk. For this reason, many escapees headed for Canada. Canada offered blacks the freedom to live where they wanted, sit on juries, run the public office, and more. Some Underground Railroad operators based themselves in Canada and worked to help the arriving fugitives settle in. People known as conductors guided the fugitive slaves. Hiding places included private homes, churches, and schoolhouses. These were called stations, safe houses, and depots. The people operating them were called station masters. Now let's begin our journey back in time. Running away to the north was not easy. The first step was to escape from the slaveholder. Most slaves had to rely on their own resources. Sometimes a conductor would pose as a slave to go on a plantation to guide the runaways northward. They had to communicate secretly and often use music and songs to pass along how, when, and where they were to leave.
When that barrel chariot comes, I'm gonna leave you. I'm sorry, I'm gonna leave you. Farewell, oh farewell, but I'll meet you in the morning. Farewell, oh farewell, I'll meet you in the morning. Farewell, oh farewell.
The runaways generally traveled at night and would go between 10 to 20 miles to get to the next station, where they could rest and eat. While they waited, a message would be sent to the next station to alert the station master. They had to travel very carefully to avoid being found. Sometimes they would walk in water to avoid having their scent picked up by the dogs being used to track them.
Wade in the water, wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. God is gonna trouble these waters.
Harriet Tubman was the most famous conductor for the Underground Railroad. During a 10-year span, she made 19 trips into the South and escorted over 300 slaves to freedom. She would proudly point out that in all her journeys, she never lost a single passenger. The Underground Railroad stopped operating around 1863 during the Civil War. Actually, its work moved above ground as part of the Union effort against the Confederacy.
I've been walking with my face turned to the sun. Weight on my shoulders, a bullet in my gun.